You're like, failed parenting. It's fine.
Yeah.
Now we can go home and it reminds me to have the conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I wish more parents could just be okay with having sleepovers.
Yeah.
I understand the risks, like, meaning I understand, like, you're not going to go with strangers, or, like, if you have a, like, weird, I don't know, you just don't put them in situations.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like, we were going on a trip for Christmas or whatever to North Carolina. And she was like, I want to sleep with Cody. And, like, I know it's my brother and I trust him, but I'm like.
That's an interesting one. Yeah.
No, but I'm like, no.
Yeah. Like there's an age cutoff, I think, right? Like, would you think?
Well, I just am like, there's other places to sleep. So, like, you're not going to sleep with Cody. Like,
yeah.
Like, and so do I trust my brother? Yes. Do I think, like, he's going to do something? No. But, like, you still are smart about it, right?
Yeah.
Like.
To not create the circumstances where something like that would happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, whatever.
Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. We have just dove into some hot takes because we haven't done this in a while. We haven't shared our hot takes with our listeners in quite some time. So one that we were just discussing is sleepovers. Can we bring sleepover culture back? Times have changed.
Way,
of course.
Way.
Yeah. We get, when we've talked to other parents, like we have this conversation all the time. Now that all of our kiddos are school age, they're in that peak age of like, mommy, can I have a sleepover? And it is the ages that we were having sleepovers. But it's challenging because I'm hearing different perspectives from different parents.
I feel like
just like, we don't do it.
90% of parents don't do it.
Yeah. And I think that blew my mind, like, as we came into this chapter of, like, children fun activities. So,
but we were talking about before, like, I also think our kids are a lot more educated now and wouldn't maybe remain as silent as maybe there's obviously going to be people that do remain silent. I'm not saying that at all.
Yeah.
But I think that we are way more educated. Not we, our guests. We as parents, yes, but also our kids are more educated of like, we have a lot more conversations about like, nobody touches you there. Like, this is what could happen. And people will tell you like, your family's going to die if you tell. Like, they can say crazy things like that. Yeah. It's untrue. You know, like you really like teach them that. Whereas when we grew up in like the older generations, like we didn't have those conversations.
No, they didn't tell us about anything. We were just running around wild, like never coming home till the streetlights came on. Like we could have encountered like kidnapping situations, but like, you know, there was no rules or guidelines on how to navigate that.
Okay. So he still lives down the street from my parents. Still to this day, he lives there with him and his brother. I don't know. I think his dad might have died. But I want to say at the time, I mean, man, he probably was in his 20s, maybe 20s, mid 20s, something like that. And like, I remember like I, as a kid being like 8 years old, 7 years old or whatever, I like walked in his house. Like I went inside his house, him and his brother's house. Like, and I'm just like, what was I doing?
Yes.
Like, I was around the neighborhood and they were like, oh, we have snakes or something. Like, you want to see them? And they're super nice. Don't get me wrong. They still live there. They're the ones that walk every day. And they're the first ones that are like, hey, how are you? I haven't seen you so long. But I'm like, he could have been like, look at my snakes and then like taken me or done something.
No, we all did stuff like that. Remember, we would remember even just school fundraisers, just the example of that, like Girl Scout cookies, any of that, Boy Scout popcorn, like door-to-door sales. And we weren't getting kidnapped. Like we survived to tell the tale. Like, but now they don't do door-to-door sales anymore. Like there's no like fundraisers, at least like I haven't seen any. I mean,
thank God though, honestly.
Well, yeah, like as a parent, being on the other side as like the person who's answering the door, I'm like, oh goodness, like what else do I have to buy? Like, because these kids are so cute.
Witness to stop doing that too?
But like at the end of the day, like I wonder,
guys, we're nice.
Safe space. But are door-to-door sales with children fundraisers, is that taken away because of that? Like the fear of like never seeing your child again because someone took the Girl Scout and scooped her off the front porch? Or is it just because like we don't do it anymore? Like it's just a cultural, like we've shifted away from.
I think that, and just people like, it's like hard work for kids and we're getting soft. Like, I just think as a whole, it's like a bunch of reasons. Yeah. It just kind of has shifted. It's just like
walking the whole neighborhood's too hard.
Yeah, it's the same reasons that like the kids don't play outside. I think it's a bunch of things kind of that slowly progressed. Whereas people are like, whoa, why don't we actually let them do that? You know, like it's almost like it shifted without us really fully like having a reason. It just kind of naturally like shift.
No, that's a
it.
good
I don't
point.
know.
Yeah. If the kids aren't playing outside, why would they do magazine sales around your whole neighborhood? Like,
Yeah.
they're not.
I had a business called Scrub and Bubbles, and I washed people's garage. Sounds very weird what I'm about to say, but I washed people's garage door and mailbox.
Well,
And
that's
it
actually
sounds
a really
weird,
good business.
But in our neighborhood, we all had, it was like, when I say a newer-ish neighborhood, like typically all the people that lived in our neighborhood, it was their first, like the first person that lived in the home. Like they built the home, whatever. So even after a year, we all had white garage doors and white mailboxes. So they would get that like green grime.
Yeah. Whenever it
and
rains.
no one would like take the time to wash them, but they're like, oh, that's so annoying. It looks ugly. And so I made a business, and I was like, I don't remember what it was. I want to say it was like $12 if you did your like garage door and your mailbox. And
That's not bad. I could see that even like catching on today in neighborhoods. Like there's kids, I know there's like a little business, that side hustle that boys do where they like go clean rubbish bins, where they like the same idea. And I'm like, that's smart. Like,
Yeah. And it literally was like a bucket of water and like a sponge.
yeah. Genius. Look at you.
So I like
Entrepreneur
got
Heather.
almost everyone in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
And my mom didn't even like, I went door to door by myself.
Yeah. See? Like,
So I lived.
yeah, you live to tell the tale.
And I survived Snake Man's house.
Yep.
I think it was snakes. I don't know. Jason would correct me on that probably. But I'm just like, why were we in his house? Like, anyways, I survived.
Yeah, no, we did do that. Like anything. Like I would go to people's houses that had trampolines. Like we wouldn't even be friends with the kid that lived there. We would just go ring their doorbell and be like, can we jump on your trampoline? And then they'd be like, yeah, like go, I'll unlock the back gate and you can just go around. Like, and that was just how it was. Like we would just be running around the whole neighborhood.
You run in their backyard and you're like, hi.
Yeah. You just throw your bike in their front lawn and you just run around. Like wherever there's kids, you would just go wherever there's kids. It didn't matter. Like, I don't know your parents, but that's fine. It's safe. Like,
yeah. I wish we could get back to those days.
yeah, it was a fun time to be alive.
It would be nice. It would be nice, but it's fine. Okay, so very big news in Jackie's world.
It's not just my world. It's everybody.
Taylor Swift is engaged.
It's very exciting. I think we knew it was coming, though. Like, is anyone like, oh, we didn't think that they would get engaged?
I just didn't think they were going to announce it, to be honest.
Yeah, we had talked about this. They would hide this and then tell us after the fact.
Yeah, because, like, let's be realistic. It's going to be, like, madness when they get married. Like, it's going to be a scramble of, like, helicopters. How do we find where and when? How much money do we have to pay to like for this wedding planner to leak where it is and what date? It's gonna be like madness where she could have just been like, oh my god, he's my boyfriend, and then be like, wedding pictures.
Yes.
Boom.
Yeah, just like how this was with the engagement, where it was a pre-planned thing. They fooled us, that this was done a while back, and none of us had any idea. We didn't get to ruin their engagement.
Well, I don't know. I'm confused because they said that it was like 2 weeks ago, so I'm confused.
So podcast came out August 13th. So we're trying to figure out then, did they get engaged prior to recording of the episode? Or what do you think?
I think the dad said it was the day of the episode. Like that they recorded it.
Okay.
Because and people point out she's wearing the same bracelets and watch. Like people point all that stuff out. But I'm like, bro, whatever. They're engaged.
Yeah.
Do we need to know?
But I feel like the timing seems good, though, because I feel like we all kind of speculated that it's going to be happening soon. Like, everyone was like, oh, is she already engaged?
I thought she was
while
already
they're
engaged,
recording
honestly.
the podcast. Yeah. And everyone was looking for the Easter eggs in the back, when they were like with like the shelves and stuff like that. So I feel like it was coming. So if it was the day of recording or even in that week of when they launched the episode, I feel like the timeline makes sense for what Daddy Kelsey is saying and everything like that. So
Did you see the little exciting. I don't follow like too much of the Taylor Swift like Easter eggs and stuff like that, but I did see one that was like something, it was in the background. I don't know if it was a football or a trophy or something, and I don't remember what about it. I don't know if it was like fallen over, whatever it was. People are like, this is her sign that she's telling us she's gonna do the halftime show.
I did see that, and I've seen a lot of people saying, is Taylor Swift doing our Super Bowl halftime show? It's kind of hard. I feel like this is a big year for them too. Like wedding now and the album and like wrapping up the Eras tour.
I think they're getting married this year.
You think so? 2025? I could see that. Fall of 2025. I feel like it's such a Taylor Swift thing to do.
Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas wedding. Yeah, I'm really torn on if she's going to perform the halftime show, because the Easter eggs, if we want to lean all the way into that, yes, there was a trophy that was like knocked over. They always are talking about like timelines and Super Bowl and obviously Travis and all this kind of stuff. Like it could 100% be a thing.
And they pick for the Super Bowl, they try to pick like iconic people that have had like a rap sheet of like tons of popular songs, and it is very fitting at some point she would do the halftime show, but she's always talked about that she does not want to do it.
Exactly. So. That's why I'm like, so when does that, that's what she had said years ago, was like, I'm not going to do a halftime show. But now she's got to boo in the NFL. So.
I
know. So that's why it's kind of like, could it actually be happening? I don't know.
I mean, it would probably be so much better than what we've had recently. So
yeah.
Gosh. I mean, listen, there's always the people that are like, I thought it was so good, but I think the past few halftime shows have been like, bah.
Yeah, they're not. I think we're just missing the mark. But also, we've talked about this on a previous episode before too. We're not the peak clientele anymore. So like if they're targeting for the younger generation.
No.
Yeah. But we talked about this. Like because remember back in the day, like they'd have classic rock bands and stuff, because that was like the general demographic of who was watching the Super Bowl. Now we've shifted, and so now they don't need to adapt for us. Like we're not their peak clientele. So it's like, go ahead and get all like the 20-year-old guys. Like how can we, this is what artist do they listen to? Okay, get them over here so we can get some more screen time. Like,
I guess, but I feel like even though Kendrick Lamar had a very popular song, I feel like as a whole in his whole, what is it called, discography, I don't think like he deserved a halftime show, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's like he's not my favorite artist.
I don't know anyone personally that's like, man, my favorite artist, Kendrick Lamar. Like, I don't hear anyone like, have you heard Kendrick Lamar's new song? Like, I don't think that he's that popular.
I think he was relevant at the time, I think, because that album and the 2 songs that were like chart toppers, I think that's why it was like, who's our popular artist? Boom, like he's dropping a new album, boom, get him out here, let's book him 6 months from now. Like, I think it was just right time, right place. Like,
I guess, but I think there's chart toppers that are like, everyone knows the song, but no one knows who sings it. He's one of those people.
I could see that, yeah.
Like, if you ask Alvaro, have you heard that song? He's like, yeah. Do you know who it is? No. And I would have said the same thing.
Yeah.
I'd be like, no idea.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just think that they've just been picking people like that. You're like, what?
Yeah.
Like The Weeknd has some like good hits, but like, again, you don't hear anyone like, man, I have to go to the Weeknd concert.
Yeah. But I think, again, that's another example of like right time, right place. He was very popular with all of his, like the one that went TikTok viral, he was just really trendy at that time. Yeah. So it was like, okay, get him on here. Everyone
I guess that's what they're going for now.
Yeah.
They're going for what's trendy in the moment rather than they are an icon for years.
Yeah.
So before it was always like, you've been an icon for 20 years.
Yeah.
Everyone knows who you are. You've had a 30-year, 20-year career. And now it's kind of like, oh, you were like famous this year and then no one else talks about you. Like no one really like talked about The Weeknd after that. No one talked about Kendrick Lamar really after that. Like they all went like, but hot take, maybe it's because of their performance at the halftime show.
I'm not gonna lie though, I have mixed feelings about this. Could be a hot take too. Taylor Swift doing the halftime show, I think kind of changes it too, because you're just literally going to have all of the Taylor Swift fans blowing up. If they launch that, if they drop that tomorrow and then they say, this is here, Super Bowl tickets are on sale. There's no tickets for any football. They're gone. Like the T Swift fans will break Ticketmaster again.
I think she knows that though. That's why I think she
has avoided doing it for so long.
Yeah, like I think she's like, I have a concert. You can go to my concert. Like you don't need to. Why do I need to do a halftime show?
Like I love Taylor Swift, right? Like I think she's a phenomenal artist. She's a fun performer. I would go see her. Like I have, but I pay money to go see her in concert. I just think that it changes. This is not the Super Bowl is not for Taylor Swift. It's she's just a halftime show performer. And I hate to say like she is just this, because obviously she's phenomenal, but it's not for her. So I am agreeing with the Chads and the Brads that it's like, not this. Like, let this be something where then like everyone who wants to go see their 2 favorite teams, go play their game. You also get a bonus with a halftime show. If you got a ticket, cool.
I mean, did Beyonce did the halftime show or no? She did, right?
Back in the day? What year? Didn't she do it? She did one.
I think she did one. I was going to say, but her fan base has gotten a little bit bigger.
It has. I was going to say it's different. She would probably be the same way now.
Well, I was going to say, did they load the stadium? I'd be curious.
But she also, didn't she do it with somebody?
That's what I'm trying to think. Like, I remember her being there, and I'm like, now I'm drawing a blank. That I'm like,
let's see if I can find this really fast. So it looks like she performed in 2016. With Bruno Mars.
So she was not the headliner. He was?
Maybe not. Yeah, this is 2016 with Bruno Mars and Coldplay. So a show like that, you're covering multiple genres of
I
music.
remember that.
Like,
I remember that one not being that great.
But like, I feel like that's not. I feel like that kind of is like what we think of for halftime shows. So having multiple
We
top
all
artists.
think of Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson. That's what we all think.
Yeah, but that one wasn't bad, though, as far as like what we think of for a Super Bowl halftime show. So people are not buying tickets exclusively to go to this. It's a huge bonus. It's fun. It's getting people out of their seats. Even if you don't know this one song by Bruno Mars, you might know this Beyonce song or this Coldplay song. So I feel like it's like the fun vibe that the NFL is looking for like a party. But that's why I'm just like, dang. Like, I love you, Taylor Swift, and it'd be fun. But I think it's going to create a lot of, like, it's just a lot of people are going to be in the comments.
They would have to
either hating it or loving it. Yeah.
But they wouldn't be able to because they always announce. So it always leaks out.
Yeah. And that usually happens pretty fast. Like, we already know who the performer is, like, months before they get stuff solidified. And it's just like, ooh. So it'll be interesting to kind of see. And it's interesting that a lot of Taylor Swift fans are able to like pick up on all of these clues just from a podcast episode, or even like they're tearing apart.
Fans do it.
Yeah, like these engagement photos, like they're looking at the time on her watch, they're looking at the flowers, trying to figure out where these engagement photos were taken, you know, looking at their outfits that they're wearing. And I'm just like,
it's so funny because I know she does purposely like place things or whatever, but it's crazy how like I think the amount of things people see and what like I think it's like 10% of what people see that like she actually intentionally tried.
Yeah, so I think the only things that we have that are rock solid are the colors of the TS that were placed around the studio for the recording of the podcast, because those were a reflection of the album. And then like all the other little things that people were tearing apart were like just randomly placed items. Like, we're not, you know, everyone was like tearing it apart.
There was no Easter eggs.
Yeah, like her lipstick was orange, and then you had all the little TSs everywhere.
It's crazy. When her last album came out, people were like, remember I told you they were like looking at like, you know, everything on the wall, or how many you know slats were in the air conditioning unit. And I'm just
the
like,
music
bro,
video.
Oh my god, they're like there was 14 doors. I'm just like.
And she did do it for her letter, though. The letter that she has on the website, like her little logo at the top is the same shape as her engagement ring. So like that's like iconic Taylor Swift. And then she changed, is it the word this, where she has all the eyes? When you click on it, it went from being the Tortured Poets department to now it's the Life of a Showgirl. It's that set list. So like she's very good on like hiding things, but they're not as, like you said, where they're like, it's not down to the stitching of her sweater of like an Easter egg or something.
Yeah.
Like,
well,
she likes to play with us.
We'll listen to her album and hopefully it better all be bangers.
Yeah. I hope they are. They should be. They should be some fun ones. We're due
so is your shirt red or orange?
This is a Taylor Swift Easter egg. No, this is actually like a corally pink, which is so weird that it's showing up.
Pink?
Yeah, like corally, like a where you mix pink like and coral.
Orange.
Yeah, like.
So you're ready for fall.
No, this actually is like a summer shirt from Target. So.
Everyone's already decorating for fall. Happy fall.
I have happy fall.
Pumpkin spice is out.
All right, so are you a pumpkin spice latte fan? Are you running to Starbucks? What's the vibe?
Okay. So I used to be like, okay, I'll get a pumpkin spice latte. Now I probably wouldn't. It's just too much. I don't know. It's like too fake tasting. I do think that out of the couple drinks they have, the pumpkin cold brew is better than the latte.
Yes, agreed. I'm the exact same as you. I will get one of those this season, and then that will be it. I'll be done. That'll be like my pumpkin spice fix, because I can't make it at home. So that's like my one, like, I'm going to get a fall girl treat. And then I won't ever come back.
I'm a like white chocolate mocha to the core.
Ooh, that's a good one too.
That's my like. So I'm just like pumpkin spice, white chocolate mocha. Like it's just not as good.
Yeah. Are we the only basic girls who are not running to Starbucks to get a pumpkin spice latte every day right now?
Probably, actually. Yeah. Alvaro likes a pumpkin spice latte, which is so funny because he'll tell you like I don't like pumpkin, and I'm like, Okay.
Oh yeah, but I know a lot of people like that though. They don't care for the taste of pumpkin when it comes to other things, but a pumpkin spice latte, it's just
Like he'll be like, ew, a pumpkin pie, and then he like loves you know what I do like actually? The pumpkin bread from Starbucks during fall is fantastic.
Okay. I don't know if I've had that one, but it's like spice, right? Like the spices make it taste like not.
It tastes like pumpkin.
Oh,
It tastes like a pumpkin pie, but in bread.
Yeah, see, I don't like pumpkin pie, but I don't mind I don't like pumpkin pie. I think it's because it's more pumpkin-y than a pumpkin spice latte. Like I think the spice is what makes me feel like it's like cinnamony and like, I don't know, something about like fall and crispiness.
A pumpkin pie with like good whipped cream. Oof.
And I don't care for whipped cream either. Whenever I ordered like frappuccinos and stuff from Starbucks, I would like order it without the whipped, or I would like scrape it off and toss it in the trash can. I don't.
You're a cake girl. What happened?
But not whipped cream. I like buttercream frosting, not whipped frosting.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
so
a waste.
That's a waste.
That's mid. Like that's just air. It's just fluffy sugar whipped air. It's not really like.
It's actually not even that sugary.
Well, no, I'm just saying like it's exactly. Like it's not even that sugary. Like it's like, why do we have this like mediocre, like medium flavored item sitting on the top of my cup? Like
I'm like a milk girl, so like the heavy cream whipped is like good, you know?
Okay.
Like
yeah, because like going into it, I feel like then it weakens the flavor of the drink. Like I just feel like I'm like, who poured this like weak milk into my cup?
See, I feel like it makes it creamy, like milk. I don't know. Like a cream.
Yeah. No, I see what you're saying.
Bad over here. So hopefully you don't hear. I just hear. I thought somebody was in my house.
Yeah.
Because it was one of those like rumbles, like that's like not a clear thunder when it first started. It's just gonna continue to keep getting darker and darker on my side, but no, it's just the outside. That's why at one point, like I don't know, 10 minutes ago, I was looking like, what is that? Like who's in my house? And it was just thunder. So sorry if you hear the thunder. Hopefully it's not too loud. Typical Miami weather.
I know, but I didn't even hear it. Like,
okay, good.
So
it's like getting louder and louder by the second. So I'm like, oh no.
No, I have the other day was like private air show taking place. That's what I thought at first when you heard that. I was like, oh, it's my air show that's taking place.
So
but I don't know if
have
it's
some
like,
noises on.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's getting. Maybe this is pretty legit.
Yeah. So it's nice weather over there, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's beautiful outside. It's a nice day.
Oh no, it's like typical. It was actually my grandma. I took her to the doctor today, and she's like, "It's such a beautiful day." And then like an hour later, it's like black outside.
Oh yeah, but then it's just gonna roll out. Like I feel like that's how it always is.
Welcome to Florida.
Yeah, and then in the afternoon it's sunny again, so it's fine.
You can never prep for It might be storming now, but in 5 minutes, it's gonna be the most beautiful day you've ever seen.
Yeah. Yep. Sounds about right.
I'm excited. It's crazy how every year they're like, this is going to be the worst hurricane season yet. And then it's like, it's so quiet this year.
I know, knock on wood though, I really want it to be like a chill season though, because I feel like Florida's been in the news a lot for weather in these past few years. And now that we're a homeowner for a house in Florida, out of the news for like when it comes to like property insurance and like just all of that stuff, because I need the rates to go back down. So we need just the weather to be less scary so that life is more normal.
Yeah.
Houses and insurance and all this stuff will just come back to normal.
God willing. Yeah. God willing. It's been a long time though. So I'm like, every year I keep thinking like, gosh, is this going to be our year since it's been so long?
Yeah.
And then like, not that we're like super far into hurricane season, but like it's been pretty like quiet. They've had things, but they just keep going.
Yeah, of course. Like, yeah, like whenever something looks like it's coming that way, and then it just like. Psh.
We have a vortex right here. Jackie put it up. She did her saging.
Yeah.
Not here, Satan.
Yeah. Not today.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we started the podcast a little bit with a hot take, but we're going to continue with some hot takes. We haven't done it in so long. Do you remember what our hot takes were? We talked about it yesterday because...
So we discussed pumpkin spice lattes. We discussed sleepovers. The other one that we had was being fashionably late is not cool. It's rude and selfish and like...
Ooh. So you agree with that one?
Yeah, I don't think being fashionably late is cute. Like, I don't think it's not an excuse. Like,
no.
Yeah.
And I think people that make the excuse of like being a little bit fashionably late, I think their fashionably late gets a little bit longer as the years go on.
Yeah, like you get away
like
with it.
Worse.
Yeah, so
and
you almost
worse.
are like, oh, the 3 minutes late now turns into 10 minutes now turns into 15. Like, and it just is like, it's okay. Like, it's not that long. It's only 15 minutes late. Like,
yeah, I think it's rude that like it feels like you're not respecting my time.
Absolutely. Yep. And the thing is, we don't show up fashionably late to the dentist. So why are we showing up fashionably late for like our friend's birthday party?
Some people do.
No, they do. But I'm saying like generally, like in our minds, we almost think that like the appointment with, the dentist is more important. And then it's like, but my friend, it doesn't matter. She's waiting for me at Starbucks right now. It doesn't matter. Like I'm a couple minutes late, fashionably late, whatever. Like, I'm just like, no, you treat it the same way. Like, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm guilty. I've definitely been late. And there's times when I'm like, I think I just suck at calculating
how much time?
Yeah, how much time I need. So then like what I do is I'm like, okay, this is an hour backwards, but then I don't account for like traffic or anything like that. So then all of a sudden I'm in the car and I'm like, oh my God, why did my GPS jump up to 25 minutes?
I would 30 minutes of traffic.
Yeah, like, and I don't ever account for stuff like that. And so that drives Tony nuts because he's like, why didn't you think about that? Like, that like what takes 15 minutes at non-peak time now takes 30 minutes at peak rush hour. And I'm just like, oh, I guess I'm just fashionably late, not regarding other people's time or effort or energy. Like,
I like to be on time for everything. Yep. There is the occasional time that I will choose to be fashionably late, and all my Miami people and Jackie will understand this. Everyone in Miami, for the most part, runs on Cuban time, aka super late.
Yeah.
So the problem is like if it's a Cuban, not even Cuban, if it's just a Hispanic person, typically, and you'll know who they are. Like you kind of know their, like if you're going to their party, you kind of know their like how they do things.
Yes.
Yeah. If you show up at 1 p.m. because that was on the invitation, they will still be in the shower with the house not decorated at 1
and you'll be tasked with getting the party ready.
And you will be tasked with decorating the party and being that person like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm on time, but I'm actually early.
Yeah. No, and that's happened. And I can vouch. This has happened to me because I showed up for a birthday party and literally was like, oh, if you don't mind setting up the food table. And I was like, oh, I don't mind. Absolutely, I'll do it. But I was like, I made a mistake. Like, I'm in the wrong right now, even though the invitation said for me to show up at 1. Like, I should have known better. So then I did the same thing where I'm like, oh, it's a classmate's birthday party. Okay, we're not going to show up for another 10 minutes.
Just like, 10 or 15 minutes.
Give ourselves a little cushion so we're not the first. We're not alarming. Get them dressed. Get the food table set up, and then we can roll in with like maybe another person is also standing at the door. Like, it just feels more appropriate.
There was one wedding that I went to that, not gonna lie, I don't remember actually whose it was, but I was pretty annoyed because it was very typical Miami fashion where they know everyone's gonna be late, and the wedding started at like 5 or 4.
Okay.
No, I want to say 4, and so on the invitation was 4 o'clock. We all got there, and the wedding didn't actually start till 5 because they knew people were gonna be late, and I was like,
oh dang! So they were ahead of that.
Yes. So I was like,
smart.
I'm all American. You should have told me it was at 5 and I would have been there at 4:30.
Yeah.
Like just not here an hour early. What are we doing?
Yeah. Wow.
So it's very much Miami. It's okay if you're like, especially if it's a party, it's okay to be a little bit late because to be in Miami, it just doesn't work out for you if you show up on time. But if I'm meeting you for lunch or it's like a doctor's appointment or it's something like a meeting, like you better show up on time.
Yeah, especially like a one-on, like what you're talking about. Like if you're getting lunch with the girlfriends or something like that, then we're showing up on time. Like, because now you are cutting into people's lives. A birthday party, like they're not even going to notice what time you walk in the door. So I feel like there's definitely a time and a place for that. But generally,
so guys, being late is not cute.
Yeah, not fashionably late. Like we don't do it. It's not cute.
Yeah. Okay, so this isn't so much of a hot take, but I want to know your opinion. So obviously I'm going to the new Pilates studio, and it's so funny because there's like, definitely she's got to be Gen Z, just how she talks, you know? She's probably looks like she's like, I don't know, 23 maybe, 22. And like, she did something for me, fixed something, and she's like, okay, that's fire. And then like she did something else and she's like, I'm like, oh, okay, thanks so much. Yeah, I checked in. Okay, fire. And I'm just like, What do we think about?
It throws me off because I'm not. It's like millennials never used that word, so it almost sounds like a foreign language, like where it's like, I know what you're saying and I get the context of it, but it's like not. It's not.
Well, it's funny because she said it like 4 times in her like 2-minute, 1-minute conversation.
Yeah,
and it's so funny because the girl Brianna that used to help my mom. A few times, she never used the word all the time, but every so often she'd be like, "Oh yeah, that's fire," and I was like,
"Dang."
So, what do we think about like Gen Z lingo, like fire or whatever it is, like in a, I don't want to say professional setting, but how do we?
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying because that is Pilates studio. It's not a business meeting, but at the same time, like it's customer service. I mean, it's a business, yeah. So you want to make sure you would never just cuss and be like, or call someone, a derogatory term because it's a professional customer service setting in that situation. So fire.
It's almost like if we're like, "What's up?" Back in the day when a customer.
I know, but are we? That's what I'm trying to think too. Like, so what did we know? Like, cool. Or like, what a baddie. But I'm like, I also wouldn't.
Right
I know, but I wouldn't. Or like, she's a baddie. But I feel like we wouldn't say that to the dentist, right? Like, we wouldn't be like, oh, cool. Like, we'd be like, oh, yes, I understand. Or whatever. Like, we'd acknowledge it with real words. So I'm wondering, is fire the same thing as cool? Like, in that sense, like where we would be like, that's badass. Or that's cool. Like that's our same word.
Yeah.
Where we wouldn't use it around maybe the pastor or our dentist.
Right. Yeah, I don't think I would use it like at work.
Yeah.
But I also think it's not, I didn't feel disrespected at all. Like,
no,
it was
of course
totally
not.
fine.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
But in my head, I was like, does it feel like, because it's foreign to me? Like, I don't hear people talk like that? Or is it because I'm like, maybe like we use a little more professional? Like, it's just me. But I'm just thinking about like other people.
No, I'm thinking the same like way as you right now, where I'm like trying to
you're
really
a dentist
like,
and they're like, yeah, your teeth look great, and they're like, fire.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like that, it almost, because we wouldn't say that. Like that's not the place we would use that word. We'd be like, that's fantastic. I am so happy that my teeth are okay. Like we would use
like, thanks to you. That's it. And then she's like, fire.
Yeah.
It's fire.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because she said it just like that. She's like, that's fire.
So casual. Yeah.
I just like,
obviously it's
like
fine.
I said, it's foreign to me. Like
yeah.
I'm like, it caught me off guard because like on a daily basis I don't hear people say that. So I was like,
no, and it's weird that you heard it out in the wild like that. Like, because like we always see these videos, right? Like we're not dumb. like we know that like the Gen Zers, they say like, I don't know, what is all the stuff that they say? Like I can't even think of. No cap, mid, or like Skibbity Ohio toilet riz and all this stuff. So like we know that there are slang
Ohio riz.
Like we know that there's like this generation's slang words, but we know that like the middle schoolers are saying it, right? Like we've heard this from social media, we hear it from other parents, like, and we're like, okay, that's funny. So I think for me, what's throwing me off too is a little bit, she's in a work setting as an adult saying this to you. So I feel like I'm just like, it's like us being like, I don't know. Like, what are some weird words we would say? I can't even think of anything like besides like. No,
I don't think we said weird things to like outside of our friends.
Yeah. And maybe that's why
like we were never telling like our friends. Obviously, we'd never use this word, but like we were never telling our friends' parents like they're like, oh, do you like like Doritos? And you're like, they're mid. Like I would have just been like, they're all right. Like
like a normal word. Like
right. Like I think we just did lingo with like online and with friends. Yes. I don't remember it being like I was like, what's up?
Yeah, we didn't say what's up in real life.
Parent,
like, like your teacher was like, how's everyone doing this day? And you're just like, what's up? Like get a pencil for a math test.
Yeah, I just feel old. I feel like we're getting to the age where we don't know what things mean. Yeah. And it's the fact that like the lingo of, the young people right now is like weird to us. Like, are we our parents when we're like,
the boomers
like, what
now?
Are you saying?
Yeah. Yes. Like, I think I would have been the same way. Like, I would have been at that studio and she'd been like, that's fire. And I would have just been like, just like, what? And I'd like look to the person next to me like, what?
And I don't know if I would have batted an eye too much if she said it like once.
Yes.
But like every time she's like, oh,
That's
okay,
her
good
word.
or cool, it was like fire.
Yeah. I think, should we just start saying that?
Jackie's like, that class was fire.
Yeah. That's how we're going to start talking. Maybe we'll just make it so annoying that the younger generation will be like, ew, millennials are now saying fire. We can't say it anymore.
We can't say it. Yeah. Stop. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I mean, yeah. I don't know. Anyways, that was one of my like that I was like, is that like, am I just old? I think I'm just old.
I don't think that you're old. I think it's just literally like, this is the new lingo. And it's like every group has it.
That's what I'm saying. We're old. Like,
but
we're
I don't like to use that.
Like, we're not old.
Yeah, I don't feel old. We're not old. We're not even like midlife. It's fine.
I mean, we're like teenagers with kids.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. Like, I still think I'm just like a 27-year-old walking around where I'm just like, who brought these kids here? Like,
27? That's pretty old. I think of myself as like
adult.
Maybe 19.
Yeah, I do catch myself sometimes. I think I've told you this before where I'm like out in public and I'm like, if there's an emergency, like, where's the adult in the room? Like, I just like think, like, if I hear like an alarm or something, I'm like, I look for the adult and I'm just like, when does that feeling go away? Where then I'm like, I acknowledge like, no, that is me. Like, they're looking to me for guidance. Like a 17-year-old might run around this corner and be like, ma'am, where do we go? Where's the emergency exit? And I'm just like, no, I don't know. I'm just a child. I don't know. I don't know. We must find we must find an adult to help us. Like, I don't know. Like, but I feel like other people have said that too. So I think we're all just like, it can be something that just like we get stuck, and I don't know when it just goes away, and then I acknowledge that I'm a grown up. So
I don't know. Maybe when you start declining physically.
Yeah, where I don't
like
feel,
when you get out of bed and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
Because Jackie's just like prime. I feel like you just, I don't know. I feel like you don't age, at least how you talk.
Like about how my
like
body.
You're like, what does everyone? Yeah, you're like, why does everyone complain like that they wake up with a crick in their neck?
I'm scared for the day that I like get out of bed and I'm like, oh, that doesn't feel good.
Like Jackie's like, I just like jump out of bed and it's fine.
I know, but I'm like, I'm in the late 30s. Like, I'm at the cusp of when that's
going to be your knees first.
Yeah, like this stuff starts to happen and I know it's coming for me, and I dread the day that's like an uncontrollable sensation in my body, like that, like an achy knee, achy back, where it's like it has nothing to do with like working out, and it's just getting old and I can't do anything about it. When then the doctor says just sit and ice it. This is your life now.
People say when you get to your 30s that it's like, you know, you become particular, or like you wake up a little bit stiff, like, you know, sleeping, or you have a bad night with your neck or whatever. But then they say 40s when it really hits. So maybe it's going to be 40 for you, or maybe you're just going to be like forever young.
I hope so. I don't know. I don't think so, because like my parents say that their like neck hurts when they wake up.
But like
and they
Tony
sleep in a
feels
weird
it
way.
Already, right? Like he says, like we're not that he wakes up bad, but like he'll be like, oh, I woke up with like a crick in my neck, or like, you know, you get out and it's like, you stand up.
Oh no, my knees definitely make sounds.
Like, no, for sure. I think your knees are gonna go before your neck.
Yes, yeah. But I don't like that either. I want to be able to walk. I don't want to be like in a cane in my 40s and 50s. Like, so I'm just like,
yeah. Jackie already got the bad news that she's probably gonna need a knee replacement.
Yeah, like I just have, my legs are long and I don't run properly, so I've always just put improper pressure on my knee, like on my joints. So therefore, my knees are compensating, and they're
when
just
you have like your dad's body. And
yeah. So like my parents, they are all like taller and leaner, so their kneecaps are holding on by a thread. So like therefore, it's in my future to have some sort of knee surgery when I'm older, and that's okay.
Science, honestly, that's way better than a hip. Honestly,
that's true. Yeah, I'd rather.
I would take my knees over my hips.
Yeah, because we can work with that. I can get some PT for that. It's fine. The hip is like big surgery. Yeah, that's a lot of people don't ever walk perfectly. Typically, from what I've seen, there probably are some miracle people out there, but the majority still walk weird when they've had their hips done. Like you can just tell like their gait is off. Like, so I'm just like, the knees, we can work with that. So
it's
not
crazy
today.
How like normal like replacements are, you know, like all old people like talk together like, yeah, I got my hip replaced, and everyone's like, yeah, I got my right knee, or oh, I got but at the same time when they talk about it, it's like common, but I feel like it's not something you actually hear all the time.
No, it's not. No.
I guess it's just really normalized. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully not for a long time crippled. For us. Yeah.
before replacements happened.
Awful. Just chronic
living
pain.
in pain.
Yeah.
Like chronic.
Sad.
Well, thanks for chatting. Did we have another hot take?
Let me check. I'll just confirm here. I thought we had one more.
We were talking, by the way, this is how our, like, we basically podcast every time we talk. And we were talking yesterday on the phone when we were about to pick up the kids, and we were just like doing hot takes ourselves. Like, I was like, hot take, I'm not mean, but, and then I said it, and then we just spiraled in like, we haven't done hot takes on the podcast. I'm like, how many hot takes do you have? And then we just like flowed with all these hot takes.
Yep. Dang. Where did our hot takes go? We had this.
I know we talk too much, I guess. I realized
it's
that
not
it's
a
like
bad problem. Like, yeah. But I thought we made like a focal text where it was like,
we did.
This is very deliberately placed here so we can find it.
Asking people for money was one.
Oh yeah. Oh.
How do we feel about asking for money, or like the, GoFundMes for things that are like not that necessary?
Yeah, we just want to be clear. This isn't for like when someone has like a loss in the family, like in its emergency situation. They're like, set up a meal train for this family who's lost somebody, give them money for funeral costs. Like, we're not talking about that. We're talking about a family, like when you have friends or anybody, and then they are asking for money when they have money, but they're asking for like expenses on
we're
stuff
not talking
that,
about
like,
rich people.
No, just normal
people, or like I don't know, they'll be like, I've even seen people do it for their own vacations and stuff.
Yeah, like, help me build a fund so I can go to Paris. But it's like, don't you have money? Like, I saw you just go to Africa last week. Like, so stuff like that, because I've seen that where I'm just like, they're asking for stuff, but I know they already have funds. So I'm just like, why do I have to fund your new car for funsies? Like, or they do the thing where like, if everyone gives me $1, I can buy a new car. And I'm like, no, like, we're all hustling. Like,
I love that. Like, okay, guys, I'm a Christian. I have a strong faith. I go to church. Like, I totally believe in like missions trips and stuff.
Oh yeah.
But it cracks me up when like they go on vacation or do their things, right? Like, they'll go to New York, and then like 2 or 3 months later, they're like, help me fund my missions trip.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
where did the money go? Like, what? Like, you didn't budget for both trips? Like, yeah.
So we're just talking about like things like that, right? Like normal things, or this is gonna get controversial too. You know me, I'm not a huge pet person, but like when it's like fundraise $13,000 to give chemo to my Chihuahua, and I'm like,
I get it. I'm a dog lover, and I still get that. Like, that's like, no, sorry.
Also, no chemo should be given to any dog. I'm sorry, maybe that's a hot take, but like it's time for your dog to go down. Like,
you're like, I'm sending you money for putting the dog down. A humane passing. Like, sorry.
Jackie and I are gonna get ripped up for this, but it's fine.
No, but we just want to be clear. We're not talking about like your kid is sick and so now you need money to pay for
or
cancer
like
treatments.
medical treatments,
like
or
that.
Not at all.
Go ahead, post all the GoFundMes. Give me your Venmo.
Or you really are financially
yes.
You're financially restricted because it's a very rough season or something. But it's just, we're talking about the people that like, they have money, they just don't want to like budget.
Yeah. And then they think that like relying, like that it's appropriate, I think is like a good way to put it, to rely on others to help fund a lifestyle or a goal.
When we're
or
all
a trip.
like having to like do our thing and budget, and like, I guess I think that if I was a season of hardship, right? Like, I would do everything in my power to like, go get a better job, or I'll go get a job, or like, we're not going on vacation for the next few years, or like, we're going to really have to start like, everything's going to be at Aldi that we shop at. Like, we're not going to be going out to restaurants. Like, there's things that you can cut back. And I understand that's limiting. Like, people will say, oh, but it's nice to give your kid that vacation or whatever. Yeah, it's great. But like, I will do all of that before asking for money.
No, 100%. And also just like you said, just budgeting, like make some cuts here and there and we'll get there. Just like what we would have to do, like to help pay for something for somebody.
And again, we're not talking about somebody that's like, lost a tragic job and that was we're not talking about
livelihood.
like one-off situations. We're talking about like they make enough money and you just aren't budgeting to like
you want
budget
me
for
to
that
pay
stuff.
for your kids to go someplace, and I'm like, nah, like that's not how this works. Like, if I can't take my kids to Disney every month because it's expensive, I'm not paying for your kids to go to Disney every month. Like, you budget that. Like, be better and only pick one vacation, not 10. I did see that lightning.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, that was bright.
It's going to be loud.
Yeah.
Prepare.
Yeah. Brace.
And that's how you just saw lightning on the reflection of my oily skin. I mean, it was bright. Guys, I don't know what it is. You know how, okay, this is another hot take. This is another hot take. The new generation can really pull off the glowy skin.
Yes. Yep.
Millennials, you just look like you have oily skin.
No, I will be buried in matte everything. If whoever does my makeup when I'm laid down to rest and they put some glossy, dewy serum on my face,
before me,
I'm gonna haunt that makeup artist. I'm like, who made me look like I'm sweating in here?
Okay, but do you think that we do look bad in it, or do you think we just grew up with you have to
like we were constantly like
shine.
I'd be like, let me get you an oil blotting sheet. I have one in my purse. Like, because
every time I do a dewy look, like I'm just like, okay, oily skin.
Yes. Yeah, I think that 100%. And then a highlighter too, like to put a highlighter on top of it. I'm like, okay, I see it because it's like fresh in the mirror and stuff and nothing is looking like oily. Mm-hmm. But then the moment I like get in the car and I like put the mirror down, I'm like, what happened?
But then the cute young Pilates girls, it's like
they want more
oily.
of it. Yeah.
No, it is oily, but like somehow they pull it off.
Yeah, I don't understand it. And I've seen girls like in real life where I'm like, oh, maybe it's just like this picture. Like maybe I'm being fooled by a filter or something. But it's like in real life, they're dewy and they put more stuff on top to even get more shiny. And then I'm like, but it looks
and we're
healthy.
Over here like,
and I'm like, oh no, I must get rid of this. They're going to think something's wrong. Like, and I don't know. I think we're programmed from the way that cosmetics were in the past 10 years.
It just feels like whenever I feel like I look shiny, like right now my nose.
I don't think you look shiny though. Like it's not coming across the camera like, oh, this oily mess over here. Like I think I look like that all the time, but I feel like
we know that it's oil, right?
Yes,
like
yeah.
We're like, ew.
I know. Let me go get some oil blotting.
I look
sheets.
dirty.
Yes,
like where
I look like I worked.
Shower.
Yeah, like I worked out with makeup on or something. Where I'm like, dang, I made a mistake. It's so humid outside. What was I thinking? Like,
yeah. Hot take. I'm in between. Almost matte for life.
Yes.
Not fully matte where you look like just like you put too much makeup on.
because then it can get cakey.
But just not oily for life. We're not going to do that.
And I think there are some, like the Merit Stick is like a really good combo of that. Like you're getting that full coverage, not super glossy look, but it's not 100% matte. Like it's like healthy skin looking. So like that's like my line.
Yeah.
Anything beyond that, we're getting too shiny. Like,
I think we and you just have oily skin too.
I do. I
do too.
I have oily skin, so it probably doesn't help to then have all these glowy. Like I don't use any of those glow serums. I'm like, I don't need it. Like I don't need to look slimy.
Like every hour or two, I'm like,
let me just fix this.
I need to get those oil blotting sheets. I've never had them in my life, but I've heard though they're just like, no, just like rip a bunch off of your tissue paper.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
So that's the dupe form is just tissue paper. So the clean and clear ones are like made of like some sort of, not like a plastic, but it has more of a structure to it. And then when you do it, you see it has like it's like something that then that's how you know you're absorbing the oils because then you see it going into the powder
on the
paper.
On tissue paper too.
So I think it's just whatever Clean and Clear like wanted to like brand themselves with something where you could like visibly, and so like the tissue paper is 100% a fantastic dupe. If you're looking for making ourselves little squares in the hot sun.
Because between us, we'll probably take out a whole tissue thing.
Yeah, we'll just take a tissue box with us. Like
I just use my hand usually.
I know. I use like the back of my hands because like my
Jackie
fingers
does that a lot.
Yeah,
if you pay attention to her ever, you'll see. You won't even know she's wiping her oil, but she's like,
yeah, because like my back of my hand
is dry.
Yeah, it's dry, and then also I don't typically have products here. So like if I've touched a bunch of stuff with my fingers, I don't want to like put my dirty fingers on my face. So then it's like this technically is typically cleaner. Like there's less germ. I'm not touching doorknobs. Yeah, this doorknob is not on my face, so it's like the back of the hand is typically less germy. I don't know. Don't quote me.
Yeah. Hot take, Dewey, not it.
Oh, yeah, that's our hot take between the two of us.
Not it.
Slimy, glowy skin is not it. Not for us.
Well, thanks for joining us on this wild ride today.
It's been fire. We're using it.
Fire.
We're going to use it.
We're gonna use it. We're going to use it.
Yeah.
And we're going to make everyone else cringe listening
Yeah,
to
everyone's
us.
like, ooh, they should not be doing that. These
Today's
old ladies.
episode was fire, guys.
Yeah.
It was all over the place,
Yeah.
but it was fire.
Yeah. But it's always
Thanks
fun.
for joining us.
Yep.
As always, like and subscribe. Please just rate the show. It doesn't take that much effort.
No.
We see you listening, and we know how many ratings are, so we know you're not rating.
Yeah.
Calling you out. So anyways, it takes one click. Boop. And we'd really appreciate it. And also share it to your friends.
Oh, yeah.
Share it on social media. If there's
On
like a
TikTok,
clip,
Instagram,
if there's a clip that you
YouTube.
resonate with,
Yeah.
share it.
Yep.
Anyways, but thank you. I appreciate everyone for listening and taking the time to support us. And we will chat next week.
Bye.